Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Olley. If you are new to the channel, please consider smashing the like button for the YouTube algorithm and of course smashing the subscribe button to make sure you never miss a video from myself. On the channel, I create videos about personal finance, content creation and online businesses. So if that sounds like a bit of you, like I said, smash the subscribe button. This has been a video that people have requested from me, considering I've made stock videos in terms of how to get started with them, but never shown you what I'm investing in. Just as a heads up, I am not a financial advisor. This is in no way telling you what to do with your money or even, telling you how to invest really. It's just showing you what I'm doing, and obviously it's just for my own documenting sort of style that I want to be able to go back and look what I was doing at this time, and hopefully obviously it gives you some inspiration. But in no way am I saying, look, this is what I'm investing in, this is what you should be investing in. Like, that's not what I'm saying at all. Someone I watch quite a lot is Anna. She goes under the name of Panda Boss on YouTube. Definitely recommend going and checking out some of her videos, and that's obviously why I wanted to create a similar sort of video, just showing you what I'm doing, because I'm at like the entry level of it. One thing is I keep all of my finance and investment apps on a separate phone, simply so I don't just go on it like throughout the day, like continuously like looking to see, oh, my shares have gone up in this and my shares have dipped in this. Like, I like to just keep it on a separate phone, and that way, I'm holding all of my investments for the long run. I'm not looking to go and earn like £1 off of a trade and then cash out for it. So that's just me personally. Obviously, if you're looking to put 20 in and a week later take 30 out, then fair enough. Obviously, you might need to have it on you consistently to see when the market drops and the market comes back up. But me personally, I'm just making long-term investments. So what we're going to be doing today is just going through all of these and basically just updating you and updating myself on the investments I've made and what they're looking like now in terms of, have they made money, have they lost money, and just trying to work out some things for the long term really. So I use 3 apps at this point for investing, and I've also got a spreadsheet here that has everything on. Okay, so the first app that I use is Etoro. Now, Etoro is probably the first investment app that I got into a while back, and even when we was traveling, I had some money in Facebook, and it served me pretty well because we was traveling, obviously we was budgeting our money, and I wasn't working really. I was maintaining clients that I had, but I wasn't looking for new clients, so it wasn't like I had a surge of new money coming in. So when we was in Bali, I think I've just remembered, because I don't really ever use it, I just put stuff in for the long term. So I remembered that I had, I think it was like £350 in Facebook, and I took that out, which I really regret now, to be honest with you. But it served its purpose at the time, so it's just one of those things. But yeah, into my Etoro app. A good thing to know as well, you can use a virtual account on Etoro, so you can go in and get comfortable with the app before you actually start using real money. So definitely would suggest using Etoro if you want to use the virtual side of things. I honestly would say to use Freetrade, which we'll obviously get into later in terms of if you're just starting, but let's just go over my Etoro portfolio. The first one that stands out is obviously my trades in Apple. Now I invested, let's go down. So you can see here that I invested $500 on the 20th of November last year. I invested $500, and at the moment it's currently sitting at a $44. Oh, you see how it just changed then. It's currently sitting at a $43 profit. So just X out of that. So that's good. I obviously do plan on buying more Apple stock in the future, so that's going to be something that I'll just hold for however long. Next up we have Facebook. So Facebook, you can see here that I invested $250 back in September last year, and you can see now that it is at a $4.10. It's fluctuating as I'm literally telling you. $4.30 sort of profit margin at the moment. But one thing to know is there's been points where that has been like $200 plus. So same again, I could have cashed out and earned $200 on that trade, but I'm keeping it long term. Same again, Facebook is probably a company that I'm going to continuously invest my money towards because I can't really see them going anywhere. And the last on this list is Zoom. So Zoom, funnily enough, like a while back, I was saying to Sarah, like, oh, I wish Zoom was on the stock market so I could invest into it before they even went live. And when they did go live, obviously there was like an influx of people investing into it. And then by the time I got to it, it was like crazy up. But you know, same again, this is a company that I will probably just continuously be chipping away at, adding little trades onto the top of this. But even now you can see I invested $120 back in December, and it is now made a profit of $19.85. So that's my eToro investments. Nothing too fancy, nothing too great. Obviously the highest out of them is the Apple stock, but that is the highest amount I've invested on the platform. So the next app is Freetrade. So Freetrade is probably my favorite app out of the lot at the moment. So any new investments I've been doing through Freetrade, to be honest with you. And straight away you can see here my portfolio is £107.29. So if you scroll down, we're going to see all of the different trades that I've done at the moment. So the first one being QTech. Now I have no idea what QTech is. I just see tech and I was like, yep, I love a bit of tech. Tech's just continuously, becoming more and more valuable. And this was actually a lot more like a couple of days ago when I looked at it. It was like a $20 profit when I see it. So yeah, it was at £40. And you can see here that I paid £20.03 for this particular trade. And if you scroll down, this is why I like Freetrade, because you've got all of this extra information on here. You can see the current value, you can see how much you paid for it down here, and obviously you can see the investment gains or losses as well. So the next up is Greg's. Greg's was actually a free trade, so I didn't pay anything for it. You can see here. So with that being said, obviously if you guys do want a free share, feel free to click the first link in the description. You and me both get a free share if you use the link. So you can see here that's basically free money. I could sell this now for £22.61, and that's just free money at this point. But I'm definitely going to be holding on to Greg's stock because I love sausage rolls. And okay, yeah, so I actually invested into Zoom on Freetrade as well. I think I never thought I had Zoom shares on Etoro, and I just bought this because I think it really dipped at a time. So you can see I only invested £17.46 on this one. Oh no, sorry. I invested £19.96, and now that's worth £17.46. Next up we have Amazon. This was like a pretty recent one. Probably something that I'm just going to continuously invest into long term. You can see here that I paid £16.56 for it, and now it's worth £15.61. Scrolling down, you've got Airbnb. This is a really small trade. I think I paid £9.98 for it, and now that is worth £12.48. So it's a gain of £2.54. Underneath you've got FTSE 100, obviously FTSE 100, and this is just a UK large cap stock. So this is something I will definitely just continuously be plugging away at. You can see here it's not made an incredible amount of money, but this is also a free share, so I'm definitely going to double down on this as well. but this has obviously got a dividend yield. So you can see this one's got a 3.02 dividend yield for owning this stock. So the stocks that pay a dividends are obviously something that I'm looking to get more and more into, and obviously try and up my dividends. So if we hit see all, you can also see I've got one more on here, and that is Redrow. So Redrow, I'm pretty sure, was also a free stock. Yeah, so this was also a free share. This was £0 for me to buy, and then if you go up, it's got £5.64 is the current value. And since I actually got it as a free share, it's actually made 30p, which is cool. And same again, like this has got a dividend yield of 1.08%. Pretty cool little portfolio. I'm pretty happy with how I've done it so far, and obviously I've got a pretty long-term strategy when it comes to what I'm going to be investing in and how much I'm going to be investing in. And the last out of the lot is obviously Coinbase. So Coinbase, I've got only Bitcoin and those type of investments on here. So if we hit portfolio, we can scroll down and just see what we've got. You can see my Bitcoin. I've done a couple of Bitcoin trades, to be honest with you. The first Bitcoin I'd done was back a while ago, that's crazy. So I bought £42.76 worth of Bitcoin back in 2018. Wish I would have bought 4 times the amount of that, but oh well. And that's me receiving it. So I'd already had it in a separate account, and I just sent it to my Coinbase account at that time. So interesting stuff. And then you can see after I bought £5 worth of it back in, when was this? That was back in April 2020. £5 worth of it then, and the last one I done of it was in February. So that was actually the 17th of February. So just over a week ago, I bought £100 and 39p worth of it, and now that Bitcoin in whole is worth £335. Excuse me. And oh my god. And Bitcoin is just fluctuating at the moment. So it was up to like £410 like a week ago. So same again, these are all long-term investments. I'm not planning on earning a quick buck out of any of these, and obviously just wanted to make this so you are aware of what I'm doing. I've also got this Bitcoin Cash underneath, which mine is worth £7.48. Let's see if we can see how much I bought it for. So yeah, I bought this for like a lot more. I bought it and it was worth £21.04, and now it is worth £7.48. So that's obviously lost money, but I'm just going to keep it in there, of course. And then I had one more in here. Oh, and I had the graph, which is £3.64, and then Bitcoin SV, which is £2.76. Very cool, very cool. So with that being said, the only thing I really need to majorly update is my Bitcoin, I think. So onto the computer, I've just got everything in a spreadsheet that you can see on here. So if we just click all of these, you'll be able to see them. You can see all of these that I've obviously got on here, shows you everything. And you can see, the Bitcoin was, oh, okay, actually, it's not actually that bad. 336, so the current value was, so that has actually gone up since. But at one point last week, it was like really high. So that's now worth £350.51. You can see my overall gains for Bitcoin is like £202, which is pretty cool. So at the moment, the portfolio value of all of those combined together is £1,263. So One thing that you should sort of consider as well when you think about this, if you're looking to obviously get into it, something I've been looking at recently is a compound interest calculator. So I've actually got it here. So just to work this out, let's take this digit here, the £1,263, okay, and we're going to put it into here. So £1,263, and we could just say an interest rate of, let's say, a minimum of like 5%, say for example, for a yearly basis, which isn't insane at all. We could just scroll that down, and then we could see like 10 years, for example. And this is without me putting any more money into this portfolio. Just hit calculate. Obviously you can see that the future investment value could be £2,080. So that's total interest earned of £817. So not great, obviously, over what, 10 years did I think I just say? Yeah, 10 years, that's 5%. Obviously you're probably looking at least a 10% interest rate over 10 years. Like, that's a lot of time. So let's calculate 10% and see how better that looks. Yeah, so that looks a little bit better, considering, you know, your 1,200 could potentially be £3,418 in 10 years. But with that being said, let's imagine now that with that being said as well, I'm also gonna then be adding, let's say, deposits into this balance as well. So let's say, for example, that for the next 10 years, I'm gonna also add a minimum of £100 into those investments. We can calculate that out again, and you can see all of a sudden in 10 years I could have £23,000 from that, and that's just from adding that £100 into this portfolio every month. So this is something I always say consider, is obviously have everything spread out so you can track how your investments are going, but then always be considering that you're going to continuously be investing further into those platforms and into your portfolio. So obviously if we go back to this compound interest calculator and we say, okay, well, you know, we've got this, let's just round this up, say for example, so 1,300, and then we'll say every single month we're gonna invest at least £200 into this portfolio. You can see that that is then going to become, you know, like 44k, which is a lot of money. Obviously if you're thinking of like a retirement fund, if you're putting your money into like these certain retirement funds, so many different like criterias and stuff in terms of like you being able to actually get your money. So that's why I'm obviously investing into these type of investments. And obviously, you know, Bitcoin, you never know, Bitcoin could crash tomorrow and you lose all of your money. So once again, I need to say I am not a financial advisor. I'm just telling you what I'm doing, hopefully giving you some knowledge and back end of what I'm doing and what you could potentially do. That was a little behind the scenes into my current portfolio. Hope it helps you guys to get a little bit of a breakdown and back sort of seat into what I'm doing. Like I said, I'm in no way a financial advisor. I'm just showing you what I'm doing and what I'm learning as well. So hopefully it helps. Make sure to smash the like button and the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.